And you want me to do that now? Okay, no problem. Thanks. That was just Ben, for a program controller of Radio 1. He's offered us a gig on 390s. Oh, just bear with me. Sorry. Oh, you were just taking the piss. Sorry. How could I get that wrong?
Oh, that's good. Great. Nothing happens. Hello. Is there any... Fantastic. Oh, dear me.
What have you done?
I don't know. That didn't work, did it?
I mean, that's not annoying at all, to be honest.
Darren!
Hello.
Shut up. Yeah, are we both ready?
We're ready.
We're going on now.
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damian Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
Hello, welcome along to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast. Thank you very much for downloading this episode, or if you're watching it on YouTube, hello as well. Don't forget, if you want to find out more about the show, head over to the website, theasyetUnnamedPodcast.uk, theasyetUnnamedPodcast.uk. Find us on Twitter at AsYetUnnamedPod and search for us on Facebook, and you can come and join our ever-growing community of Facebook people that are liking our page. So thank you very much to that. And if you're listening to this podcast and you want to watch us live, you can do every Wednesday evening from 8 o'clock on Facebook. Yes, that. Hello.
What were you cupping there?
What was I cupping?
Were you cupping something imaginary or?
Yeah, don't ask. Hello, Darren.
Oh,
How are you?
Oh,
that's very visual. It won't work.
Oh no, they were pervy fingers. I didn't like them at all. We went from kind of just a manly cup to a little bit pervy. Didn't like that at all. Oh.
Hello, Darren. How are you?
I'm all right. Oh dear, yes.
Is it going to be one of those today? Yes, and hello, Damien. How are you?
I'm great. Yeah, I was saying earlier on, what we read on radio. I was really ill last week, horrible, and feel a lot better, feeling jolly good tonight, feeling all happy. And you know what? I've had myself a little wine gum. I haven't had one of them for years. Beautiful.
Wine gum or gummy bears?
Oh, it's a wine gum, actually.
You're going to eat that while we're recording?
Yeah. Get yourself down, you kid.
One of the worst things you can do on radio is sit there and chew a wine gum.
You're going to sound like an ASMR person now, slapping your lips at that.
Oh, here it is. Oh, so, RSBCA. Just talk normally, man. Over the last couple of weeks, you've turned into a right 80s nutter. What's going on?
I can't believe you are literally eating a wine gum on air.
Wait till you see my top 5 songs for later. Oh, yes.
Oh, we are leaving you till last, don't you worry. Although, to be fair, my top 5 songs, I've got a feeling that you are going to, my number 1, you are literally going to, but I'm going to say for this week, when we're saying what the song is, let's explain the reason why, and then after we've explained our reasons why, because we can...
I'm looking forward to this week. Yeah. I think we should start the top 5 earlier. In my opinion, I think it's a goodie. I think we need to go right in there.
I think we've got room to do it. Have we not, Captain? Because you've ditched off the Damien versus Darren because I think Damien was a sore loser last week.
I do think the top 5 is very good, and rather than keeping it to the second half, I think we go in there. Go in.
Now you know we've got a thing called a Facebook chat that we discuss show stuff on. Do you not think it would have been a good idea to perhaps bring that up on the sort of like the pre-show talks that we have?
Yeah, but listen, we're live. All right, and I know we're recording this live, and we're on the podcast, and it's on.
You don't have to edit it, mate.
You are.
Right, do you want to do the top 5 now, then?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
No, not yet. There's nothing wrong.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with an on-air production meeting. You know, some of the biggest radio shows always used to do on-air production meetings. They're funny.
Anyway,
and they used to do lots of links as well into the weather at 10 to 5. Let's speak to Jane in the flying eye. Hi, Jane.
See this pen here, Damien?
Yeah.
Can you grab a pen near you, please? Can you just do that? Yeah. Can you insert it up your nose as far as it will go?
Ah, do you know what? No
That's
need
like,
for that,
it's like having a COVID test, that is.
It is.
Horrible.
Should we do the news?
Yes, we shall. We're going to start with a serious story that is everyone knows about it. It's been going on for ages, but it is COVID-19. Talking of testing, and it is the fact that the current infection rate within the UK is steadily rising. Today's figures on Wednesday, the 16th of September, was just shy of 4,000 new infections a day. So we are now, I think we are higher now than we were when we went into lockdown in March on daily infection rate.
Whoa. Really?
I'm pretty certain that we are now at a level where they were definitely closing pubs and starting the restrictions. So we were pretty much at a similar level to that now. So there's loads of stuff about tests and the fact that lots of people can't get a test at the moment because there is pinch points in the testing system. And also the worrying sign now is that the hospital admissions are now the highest they've been since July. So we tend to have a 2-week difference between infection, hospitalization, then there's about another 2-week lag for increase in deaths. So we are about 2 weeks behind France and Spain, etc., if we follow the same pattern as we did at the start of the pandemic in March.
Can I just jump in there for a second? So what you're saying, Ian, is, let me get this right in my head, that in 2 weeks' time, we could have doubled the number of infections.
The infection rate at the moment is doubling every 5 to 7 days. It was last week on Friday every 8 to 10 days. We are now doubling every 5 to 7 days.
Oh my days! Can we talk about the testing thing? Because I heard something on a national radio station today, which was it kind of made me laugh a little bit. But then I thought, hang on a minute, I shouldn't be laughing because this is an absolute nightmare. Would you like me to divulge what I heard about testing?
Carry on.
A couple of ladies. One that was based in the northeast, so Newcastle upon Tyne. She couldn't get a test locally. She had to go to London to go get a test, which is a 6-hour trip. And another lady was given a test, but she would have to either go to the Isle of Wight or to Northern Ireland, and she lived in Cambridgeshire. So that's what I was hearing on the radio today.
And I think where we are at the moment, my children have gone back to school as well. And the first kind of week or so they came back and all of us had colds, all of us. But that's a cold. It's a common cold. There was loose, snot. Sorry to be a bit vulgar.
I think the scientific term is mucus.
Yeah, but bearing in mind, if you look at that, we've all kind of been shielding. Not many people have had colds because we're all washing our hands more. We're all not going that close to each other. As soon as the kids go back to school, they're around each other. They bring stuff home. And obviously now people are getting worried because their kids have got sniffles and stuff, taking them for tests. And that's where a lot of it is coming from. A lot of people now are just going for tests.
See, the problem,
but I think, and not to get too political because that's not for this platform and not for this show.
Why not?
Yeah. So I just think I think people are crying out for just clear clarity. You're telling us to all go for a test. Now you're telling us, actually, no, you can't go for a test because that's the problem. Now we're being told that our neighbours can grass on us. It's just, everything's a bit bizarro land. And I know that no government would have ever really been prepared for something like this because no one has been, but it's just taught to us, go outside, don't go outside, go outside and join your friends, actually come back inside, don't go outside. It's hard, it's where do we go, what do we do?
So it's the problem we have at the moment is that we are at the start of flu season, the start of respiratory issues. So it is getting into winter, we're spending more time indoors, which is when things like the flu, common cold, all that sort of thing, all these people are going to be getting this. If we have a massive flu season this year, which we could well have, there could well be a big flu spike, that's going to put extra pressure on. So we are heading, I would not be surprised, I don't think we will go back into a national lockdown, but I think we will go into a more restrictive curfews they're talking about, so that pubs have to close at 10 o'clock. Everyone has to be back home for 10 o'clock.
But that should have happened. Let's be honest. Pubs. Look, again, I'm no expert on this, but was it a good thing for pubs to open before schools? Was that the priority of this country? Let's open the boozer, but keep your kids at home. I think we're all. There was a big groan in our office when it was released about the Oxford. The Oxford trial that's going on for the vaccine being put on hold, and it's starting again, thank goodness, and that seems like it's at the forefront. They're already now apparently giving frontline workers the Chinese version of the vaccine. They're giving a version to people in Russia. So there are vaccines now that are being given, but not completely in mass. So they're trialing it.
They are trialing it. Russia announced that they have the first vaccine that they can put out to everyone. It's not true. It was going on trials. We are not going to get a vaccine until mass vaccine until this time next year at the earliest. And the thing
I agree with that, actually. Sorry to disagree.
I think a mass vaccine, we will have a vaccine. I'm not saying we won't have something that can be used, but to mass immunize the population of Great Britain will take a massive effort and logistical and all of that sort of stuff.
Spring of next year, that's what I go for.
I honestly don't think we will have a mass vaccine for everybody. So I could go and get a vaccine, you could get a vaccine, everyone watching could get a vaccine. That won't happen until this time next year.
And it is difficult because, we've got some people on live stream as well, and hi to Dagmara as well, always very aware of current issues in the world. It is getting to the point now where people are hearing on the news about COVID. We're talking about it now. And people are getting fed up of it. However, do you know what? We've got to live alongside this thing. We've got to
get fed up with at all.
But we've got. But on the flip side, you can get fed up of it and you can get kind of complacent about it. We've all got to realise that it's here, it's with us, and we've just got to work, with the rules. And it's a shame when you see a certain group of people that just don't care. Just don't care. And it's gone to that. I think at the early days with us all outside clapping for the carers and you'd help your neighbour out. Now it's almost like, do you know what? You were helping your neighbour out because you were poorly. Now you've got grass on them if they've got more than 5 in a garden. It's just, I don't know. It's a shame, really. But,
on a lighter note on the COVID thing, Darren told me this earlier.
Is there a lighter thing with the COVID?
No, it's a lighter end to this serious bit of the conversation.
Awful segue.
It's shut up.
Really?
To end on a higher note.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you. To end on a higher note, the most listened to, the most downloaded and streamed song, according to Spotify during lockdown, was what, Damien?
Oh, during lockdown?
During lockdown, according to Spotify, what was the most downloaded and streamed song on their platform?
Oh, I think it was going to be something uplifting, pretty positive.
I know the answer to this because I gave Ian the info. So,
was it the Dame Vera Lynn song?
No. It's a bit more modern and commercial than that.
Think of something. What was everyone really missing? When
Itsy Witsy Teeny Weeny.
Yeah, by Timmy Mallet. That would be excellent. It was
good friend of mine.
Mr. Blue Sky by ELO.
Wow.
It was the most streamed song on Spotify during lockdown, apparently.
It's right.
Just again, not to be, not to go on and, but you're saying to us then, Ian, on this show right now, you don't think there's going to be a vaccine.
I think there will be a vaccine that will be approved probably by the end of this year. We will not have enough for mass immunization, which is, if it's 2 doses, which most of them are, we would need 120 million doses for everybody in the UK. We will not have that till this time next year. So they will probably start immunizing care home nurses, nurseries, school teachers, all the frontline services. They will probably start early next year. General population wise, we probably won't be able to get one till summer next year.
And you think it will still be still lockdown conditions at that time? Do you think
we will be in more restrictive movement until we get a full.
So what you're saying is you're writing Christmas off, you reckon?
Oh God, yeah.
I think that's a given.
I honestly think we will. I think we won't be able to go to we won't be able to go to family houses and have mass gatherings at Christmas, unfortunately.
I know somebody who listens to My Breakfast Show up there in Old Cheshire who's putting their decorations up, just one houses, because they've written off Christmas. They've gone, let's just do it now. Let's just put the decorations up and just have it away with Christmas already.
No.
You got a problem with that?
Yes, I have a massive problem with people putting Christmas decorations up in September.
I'm not a big fan of that, because for me, Christmas was always like you were so excited for the kind of the calendar build up, and now it's like, Halloween ends, you go trick or treating the next day. What's going on? There's balls outside. It was only just Halloween.
Never. It's bad enough that Tesco's and other supermarkets are now selling the selection boxes, like the roses and the heroes. They're now spacing them across the store so that it slowly creeps in, and before you know it, we'll be having Christmas and nobody will be able to go anywhere, so it'll be fine.
I have not got a problem with anybody who wants to put their decorations up now, because they've written the year off, haven't they? They've just gone, let's just do it. Let's just put them up.
No, it's just stupid. And I'm sorry, I don't know your friends, but they're just stupid. So.
They're not my friends, listeners.
Well, listeners then, even more.
You went very posh there, by the way. I don't know your friends. But maybe we could go for some.
Someone has just mentioned on Facebook that retail has to start Christmas early. I understand retail. I get that. It's just something that the British will always say after school goes back. Halloween is a little bit, but then Christmas starts to creep in. I get that people spread the cost and I'll probably buy a selection box in a couple of weeks just stick it in the cupboard for a present. But I get that. But you don't put your Christmas decorations up at home.
No, I agree with that. I agree. And I'm very I have to put my Christmas decorations down as well after X amount of days.
Oh, well, ours are down the day after Boxing Day.
Yeah, I don't go that extreme, but we've got children as well.
Children, I don't care about children.
Can I just bring up the fact that Anthony, who's watching us live on Facebook, has said he's with me. Bring the Christmas forward, as we all need cheering up. I get that. I understand that. And I've started a campaign on The Breakfast Show, and we're just going to say to people...
Do you know what? I'm sick of this, to be honest.
If everyone listen, yeah.
I don't mind.
If you want cheering up, just do it.
I mean, do you see me or Ian every 5 seconds? Do you know what? I might put a couple of temps out. I might advertise a job. Do you see Ian turning around going, my days as a Tintin impersonator? Doesn't happen. What was that?
I will explain the reason why I have Christmas talkover music, because Darren said, "Oh, did you see? There's a new trailer out today for." If anyone watched 2 Christmases ago on Netflix, there was a film called The Christmas Chronicles with Darren. Who was it?
It was Kurt Russell and a very small cameo. He's nodding away. You love it, don't you?
It's good.
Yeah.
Was that really two
2018
Christmases ago?
Christmas 2018. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It is a really good film, and they now have a brand new trailer out for the Christmas Chronicle 2, which will be out this Christmas. So here we go. Have a listen.
We're about to show you something you've never seen before.
You're in Santa's village, the real one.
Awesome!
Mrs. Claus designed everything.
Well, if she designed this place, I think it should be called Mrs. Claus's Village.
Well, I never thought of that.
Of course you didn't. We'll see you soon.
Now, I know it's a very quick trailer, chaps, and everybody listening to that then, but do you know why I like Kurt Russell's version of Santa so much?
Go on.
Gone are the days of the jolly, big-bellied, whatever it is, I don't know. That was a bit scary, wasn't it?
Sorry, did the Exorcist suddenly join? What was that?
Regent, Merry Christmas.
No one wants that, do they? Imagine that coming down your chimney.
So he's got rid of the jolly kind of, character of Santa, and he's doing a really cool no zero carbs, I think, in the last one, in the part one film, and he just did a really chilled out, laid back Santa Claus, and I like that. That's great.
It was. I really enjoyed Christmas Chronicles.
It was a great film, and that will be something coming up down the line. It will be one of our top fives. I think we all agree, and hopefully this year, I would love it as well. New Year's Eve, we were all saying, can't wait to get this year behind us. 2020. All right, what's the matter with you?
Sorry,
right?
Anthony's just put you make a great Santa, Darren.
Really offended. Really offended.
I mean, that's implying that he's a bit rotund. I don't like that. We don't do anything like that on this show. Why does he look like a massive potato with bits of stubble coming out of it?
It works for Clarkson, May and Hammond. We're not quite sure it works for Antrobus, Lee and Barstow, but they're doing it anyway. You're listening to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Oh, it's Babs.
Sorry, this is our producer, Barbara. She comes in every now and then. Well, what are you doing in that now? No, it's not funny. No, it's not, is it? Because we're still in September. Get out.
She wearing a Lady Santa's outfit for you, Damien?
Unbelievable. With a beard as well.
Fantastic.
And do you know what's even worse? It's a ginger beard as well. Oh,
and it's not fake.
Oh,
Damien. Oh no! Have you just had the same thought? Oh no! Let's not go down that route. Have you just thought of somebody?
Oh dear! I'm not party to this.
Oh, dearie me! That's one for off air. Brilliant.
Oh.
Let's move on to the next show.
We just had exactly the same thought about exactly the same person.
Oh, dearie me!
We are so in tune, Damien. It's on. So welcome back to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast. We are going to be doing a mystery voice. Darren versus Damien may be back as specials every so often because we don't want to upset Damien too much because he is really bad at them.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
We have a brand new mystery voice. So we're going to run it the same way. I'm going to play you the voice twice. You will then have the space of the jingle to come up with an answer. And if you don't get it, it will carry on until next week. So are you ready for a brand new mystery voice? No clues whatsoever. Are we ready?
Can't wait. Can't wait.
I'm ready.
Listen carefully.
That was not as politically hot at the time. So I think...
And again.
That was not as politically hot at the time. So I think...
Do you know who the mystery voice is? I will play it for you one more time.
That was not as politically hot at the time. So I think...
Darren.
Stab in the dark. An American reporter. I think it's going to be Mario Lopez. He played AC Slater in Saved by the Bell, but he's now a reporter.
No, it's not that. Right.
Okay, right.
No idea who that was then. Right, so Mario Lopez, no. Damien.
This is a real curveball, and I think I'm wrong. But there's something about... No, this is wrong. I think it could be Justin Timberlake.
No.
Oh,
I like that guess though. That because he sounds like a young, trendy guy.
There is a bit of timber in there.
I wish there was.
You know all about that, don't you?
Yeah, I certainly do.
Can I just make a note of your answer? Because
I've got those saved in a special folder. Right, so yes, Darren, you had Mario Lopez. Damien, you had Justin Timberlake. That is not correct. Who is this?
That was not as politically hot at the time. So I think...
So there you go. We will find out if you know the answer next week. That was this week's mystery voice.
3 men close to a midlife crisis. 3 microphones. 1 Zoom call. All lead to this. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
So yeah, Darren, I don't know if you know TikTok or you've used TikTok.
I have it. I'd love to know how to use it, but every time I try and mime something and put something to it, I just look like that guy out of Police Academy, and it's all out of sync. It's weird.
Well, basically, I can waste ages on TikTok. You literally just flick through to the next video, and there are some proper gems on there. So I'm going to play you I'm not going to give you any background to this. I will say this is what happens when you listen to audio out of context.
And you want to pump it up and down quite hard. You can experiment with going deeper and faster. But what we want to do is we want to sort of double the volume in size, as you can see here. How's that going for you guys?
It's going great guns. Definitely propping up.
Right.
Yeah, happy.
Happy with this stuff.
That was the one and only Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby from This Morning.
Is that some sort of like new porn thing that they're doing on This Morning?
So yeah, this is so this is a little clip.
What we want to do is we want to sort of double the volume in size. You can experiment with going deeper.
So I've had a little fun.
So hang on, who was that voice there?
So this is basically they are using a cafetiere to froth up milk to make a frothy coffee.
To do what with milk? Sorry,
froth up milk.
Froth
up milk.
Froth up
to make a frothy coffee.
Was the scene in a frothel? In a frothel.
Every morning, 6 a.m. You can listen to that. Right, I've had a little bit of fun. Damien, sorry.
And you want to pump it up and down quite hard. You can experiment with going deeper and faster. But what we want to do is we want to sort of double the volume in size.
Going great guns. Definitely propping up.
That made me laugh that hard quickly that I hurt my chest. Oh.
Just going to play that one more time.
And you want to pump it up and down quite hard. You can experiment with going deeper and faster. But what we want to do is we want to sort of double the volume in size.
Going great guns.
Oh,
Definitely propping up.
Sorry, Damien.
That's why. Do you know what I mean? I work God knows how many hours. I rushed home to do this podcast, all because of things like that. That is just that's priceless. You all right? You got a bit of trouble there.
Oh, I was imagining.
That made me laugh that quickly, that hard, that I hurt my chest when I did it. Yeah, very good.
Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations. I tip my hat to you, sir. That was fantastic.
I can now have some fun. Have a listen. Shake hard for 10 seconds.
You can experiment with going deeper. What we want to do is we want to sort of double the volume in size.
My tea with one lump or two lumps in it.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, dear.
That's funny. So
I had someone on my staff actually turn around and they were like, so basically I listened to your show and it's just you lot having a bit of banter. Not at all. This is serious journalism, okay?
Yeah, we class ourselves as like the one show, but funnier. So
we went to college for many years about this. I will say, bless her, Dagmar is still having a look on the watch party, and unfortunately we don't talk politics all of the time on this show. We do veer into more shake hard. And Ian, how's it go?
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
You can experiment with going deeper. But what we want to do is we want to sort of double the volume in size.
My tea with one lump or two lumps in it.
You were one lump.
What a show. What a show. Should we move on to the news?
I've got two more clips. I've got to play these because I'm really, really happy. We had a really hot couple of days, and I saw this video, and it perfectly sums up the British way of thinking about heat.
30 degrees in Spain feels like 30 degrees. 30 degrees in Greece feels like 30 degrees. 30 degrees in Italy feels like 30 degrees. But 30 degrees in the United Kingdom feels like I'm being sideways by the Human Torch and then getting finished off with a bit of roll by a fire-breathing dragon. I've moved 4 feet and I'm sweating as much as Prince Andrew.
Who's that?
I just don't know his name. Oh
my goodness. But it is true, isn't it?
Oh,
do you know what I always love when it's hot? And we've all said it. Someone will go, oh, yeah, but don't knock it. And you go, yeah, but it's different heat here. It's a different hot. Why is it different?
It's true, though, because you know,
why is it different?
I am absolutely boiling in this room at the minute. That is it for the first half of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have enjoyed this half of the show. We'll be right back very shortly, probably in a couple of seconds, with our top 5 songs of all time. Don't forget, if you are listening on a podcast app, then you can subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that bit again. Sorry. That is it for the first half of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Don't forget, if you are listening, click on subscribe so you get notified every time we release a new episode. Every Monday morning from 6 a.m. we are in your podcast feed. We'll be right back after this with our top 5 songs. Hello, welcome back to the second half of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. My name is Ian Barstow.
Hi, my name's Damien Lee.
It's just terrible.
Oh, dear. Should we do that again?
Yeah, it's almost like we're live. If you are watching on the live feed, hello, by the way. Thank you for joining us this evening. Don't forget to leave us a comment. Right, we'll try that again. Take 2. Welcome back to the second half of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. My name is Ian Barstow.
My name is Damien Lee.
And I'm Daz Antrobus.
Honestly, it's one of those shows today. If you're watching us live, you'll understand. Right, in this half of the show, we are going to be doing our top 5. We have a jingle coming up for that, so at some point I am going to do a jingle for it. Which you need to pay me for. But anyway, we will be doing that. So, yes, our top 5 this week is top 5 songs. So this is our personal choice of our top 5 favourite songs of all time. This is going to be very interesting, and I will say these are our personal choices. So, mainly for me, don't, sort of really have a go at me for some of the ones that I've picked. I think.
Sorry, what's happened to the news then? We're just not doing that now?
No. I did say before, we've gone on for an hour, mate. You don't want a 2-hour podcast.
I had a really great story. A mum of 2 who married a tree. They celebrated their first wedding anniversary.
Will it last till next week? It's not time sensitive, is it?
You're always branching out, you.
That is the only reason he wanted to bring up.
Oh, wow.
Joke. That was the only reason. That's really bad.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, by the way, again, this watch party thing is, I tell you, welcome along, sit down, take some nibbles.
Just come back from your microphone slightly.
Right, okay, sorry, a bit too close there.
Yeah, a bit too close, that's it. That's fine.
Right, okay, no worries, yeah. Love it when you're masterful.
Been told that before. Right, let's do our top 5 songs of all time. Damien, we will start with you, please, sir.
Oh. Okay. No, do you want to start with me, or
why? Yeah. Have you not got it? Do you need a bit of time?
I would have liked a bit of time. I would have liked.
You want me to start first?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay. Thanks.
So professional. Right, top 5 songs of all time. At number 5, this is a fairly recent one. It's from a 2017 film, and it is performed by Keela Settle. It's been an Academy Award winner or Academy Award nominee, Golden Globe winner for the best soundtrack, reached number 4 in the charts. From The Greatest Showman, it is This Is Me. And I will tell you the reason why it is This Is Me. I first saw this when she appeared on Graham Norton, and she did a performance of this song on Graham Norton, and it was absolutely stunning. The Bearded Lady, yes, Keely Settle. Yeah. She did a performance on it on Graham Norton. It was absolutely stunning. It was like, oh my God, I need to find out what that is. I then searched on YouTube, not really knowing much about the Greatest Showman movie at the time, and there is a video out on YouTube of her singing this in almost like an actor's reading room. So basically, this was they basically had to pitch this and try and get money to make this film, and they sung the whole thing very raw, very sort of. There was a live band, live singers, all of the actors, and she sings this, and it is one of the most powerful performances I have ever seen. On you, and you can watch it on YouTube. And I fell in love with that song, and I love the message behind it. It's a very powerful message. It's a message that has been taken up by people from all different minorities, so transgender, LGBT, people that are disabled, all of this sort of stuff. The message behind the song is really good, but it is just a fabulous song, and I absolutely adore it.
Are you going to play it, or...?
No, I can't play any music on it on the podcast, I'm afraid.
Right, but it's powerful, and that whole. I didn't actually see that film at the cinema. I saw it on Sky, but my God, just everything about that film! It is just you go on a, sounds cliche, but you do go on a journey. It's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful film, and I think Talented is unbelievable.
Can I just say that I played the song for a long time on the radio before me and my other half got round to watching the film. As a standalone song, it kind of just went in and out the other ear, right? It didn't register anything with me. In the film, on another level. So in context with the film, it's a fantastic song. The lady you're on about, Ian, is she the actual lady with the bearded lady in the film? Is that actually Keala Settle?
Yes, it is. And the story behind it, the fact she was very much a Broadway theatre person, New York theatre person. She's done it for years and years. Hugh Jackman saw her in a play and then said, "You need to come and do this movie." And she was very like, "No, I can't. I don't want to do film. I like to do theatre. I don't want to be in the spotlight," all this sort of stuff. And then they did this performance and they said, "We will back this movie." The money people said, "We will back this movie if she plays that part."
Wow.
The reason why. So basically it's Hugh
That's
Jackman.
Amazing. Are they doing a sequel? I've heard they're doing a sequel.
Yes, they are, yeah. I think it's been written already, hasn't it?
Is it going to be the same people?
It needs to be.
It does need to be, because that's the problem with sequels like that. They're never...
Wouldn't the stage show be great, though? Wouldn't we all want to go and see that? We could all go together and then hang out and then maybe get a tent together. And
I would go to that show with you, Damien.
Didn't Hugh Jackman actually go to an award ceremony and perform the opening title song to The Greatest Showman somewhere?
He did. I think he did it at the Olivier Awards.
Oh, I don't know.
Something like that. But he did a world tour. He did a world tour because he's a very good singer.
I'm glad you like that, Darren, because excuse me, I do. You are a manly man, and you are a hairy man.
I can't watch. I can't watch Hugh Jackman. I know we're going off the subject a little bit, but I can't watch Hugh Jackman in anything else other than Wolverine. And we had nothing else to watch, and it was purely by accident. We just went, nothing else on. Let's just give it a go. And then we were straight into it, and we watched it all the way through. It was a fantastic film.
And it's
good.
Got
I like that. I mean, when you listen to it, do you sit there in your pants and reenact it at all, or?
No, but I did download the album. And I have Keala Settle in my car regularly, playing at 4:30 in the morning, loud on the way to work.
Let's move on.
Number 4 for me. First released. It's 12 years old. This song is 12 years old, and I was like, "What? That can't be true." It's a proper stadium sing-along track. Number 1 in the UK and around the world. It is Kings of Leon's "Sex on Fire."
Wow.
I think they call that in the trade-in an anthem.
It is an anthem. And
that is so. Just for people that are just tuning in, this is where we run down our top 5 of favorite songs of all time. Quite a few people listen on Watch Party, Face Party, whatever it's called. That's amazing. Have you been to watch them when they did that big show as well?
I haven't been to see Kings of Leon live. I would like to see Kings of Leon live, but I haven't.
Wow.
But I love the song. It's one of those, every time it comes on the radio, it's like you just know the words to it, but it's 12 years old.
It's on par with things like The Darkness, I believe, in a thing called Love, and Bon Jovi, stuff like that.
All right, well, we're doing the top 5, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? Let's just throw them out there.
I'm just saying it's up there with that level. That's all I'm saying.
And 3 is now, I don't know if any of you will know this, but this song is 24 years old, from 1996, and the reason I like this song, and the reason it is number 3 on my list, is that it reminds me of college. It reminds me of playing the PlayStation 1 and Ridge Racer. If anyone remembers Ridge Racer game, you could put your own CD on there. And it also reminds me of my first car. Ridge Racer on the PlayStation 1, Damien. And it also reminds me of having my first car, which I put decent speakers in. It is JXL. There's Nothing I Won't Do.
Oh, very good.
Wow.
I've got to say, Mr. Barstow,
I love it.
Is
absolutely
a great top 5.
Number 2, again.
Have you done number 3?
Yeah, that was number 3. JXL is Nothing I Won't Do.
Right, okay, sorry.
So, Damien, I've had The Greatest Showman, This Is Me. I've had Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire, JXL is Nothing I Won't Do. So at number 2...
Please say Steps. Sorry.
No, it's not actually. No. From 1998, very similar. And I played this every single week on my radio show when I was on Radio Pulse. It is Sonic, and It Feels So Good.
Brilliant.
Wow. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Two-hit wonder.
I would quite happily go to a bar, have some hooch with you, maybe go for a kebab after, have some 2020 on the swings, and, then go back and watch the Freeview at midnight. I'm happy to do that.
You obsessed. Right, my number 1, and hear me out on this one. This is my all-time favourite song. And this song, I have told people to play at my funeral. Genuinely said to my mum and dad, and to people, and to Colin and other people, that this song will be played at my funeral. No, you're not going to guess, Damien.
I think we might be the same one.
No,
it's all gone a bit morbid now, hasn't it?
I think we're the same one.
It's not morbid. It is from my favourite ever musical. Not the same one, Damien?
I'm not sure.
It's from my favourite ever musical. It is the most beautiful song, and it is genuinely my favourite song of all time. And I get very emotional if I listen to it. If I'm listening to the whole thing. I've seen the show 3 times. I've seen it in New York on Broadway. I've seen it in Birmingham, and I've seen an amateur production, which was fantastic. It has to be the original, sung by Colm Wilkinson. It is from the world's biggest ever musical, Les Miserables. It is Bring Him Home. It is my favourite ever song, genuinely, of all time.
So I normally at this point of the show I'd leave or I'd make a sarky comment, but because that means so much to you, I salute you, sir. That's a nice. I think if we were all together now, maybe eating hobnobs together, and maybe Darren was picking his toenails, we could listen to that together.
It's quite emotional, a bit emotional. That
got me there.
I get emotional when I listen to that song, and if ever you see anyone perform that live, for the love of God, never ever ever clap until they finish that last note. Ever, never do it. Because that
was great. You took me on a journey there.
Can I
have a wine gum now?
No, don't have a wine gum because we're coming to you next, so I don't want you chomping it when.
Right.
Right. Honourable mentions from me are Elton John's "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" with Kiki D. I love that song. Ultranata and Free. Oh, that is a proper every time it comes on, it's like, that's a song. Higher State of Consciousness from Josh Wood.
Wow, that's a great song. Yeah.
All that. And then I just have to put one in there. 5, Keep On Moving. There you go.
Can't believe it. No Steps, no S Club, no ABBA.
No. Do you know what yours going to be? Listen to the radio.
You'll be very surprised. You will.
Can't wait.
You'll be very surprised.
Let's go for your top 5, please.
Okie dokie. So this is always a difficult one. So bear in mind, this was our personal choice. This isn't the top 5 of ever. This was our particular own choice. These are going to surprise you, actually, Mr. Barstow, because you've known me for a long time, and this is quite out there. So, first one, okay, it's a song by an English alternative rock band. It was a lead track on their 3rd studio album, which was called Urban Hymns. The song, released in June 1997 by Hot Recordings as their first single, reached number 2 on the UK chart, and it remained there for 3 months.
Okay.
Bittersweet Symphony, The Verve.
The Verve. Richard Ashcroft, isn't it?
Not only is the video fantastic, but that song, the video is a right cocky sod. Can't say that. He's walking down, he's knocking into people. It's like, you, Ian, in your neighbourhood, in Emmerdale Farm, you're walking there, all right, I'm Ian, all right.
Actually,
coming up after the break.
To be fair, that is a really good song. It is a really good song. And it's very much of our era.
It is, yeah.
I always think, because when I was going through my top 5, when I was putting together my top 5, I was thinking, okay, I'm very much of a late 90s dance person.
Thank you, Paul Burgess. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't see what you're saying. So yeah, that was, and I always imagined that when we are sort of like 70s, 80s, we're in a care home. At the moment, people are listening in care homes, listen to Vera Lynn, all that sort of era. We're going to be sat there in those high back chairs that they always have in care homes, in our Zimmer frames, and then they'll suddenly say, "Do you want to listen to some music? Do you want to listen to some music?" And we'll be going, "Yeah, can you put on Ultranata and Free, please?"
Oh, can you imagine?
Literally, the whole OAP care home, like that, because that's the whole era.
Do that again. How does that go? Sorry,
like that. So yeah.
Number
4, please, Damien.
Okay, number 4 on my personal top 5 songs of all time. This was a 90s hit. It became an anthem for an absolutely huge apathetic generation. Named after a brand of deodorant for girls, the song was the biggest hit in most countries. Certified platinum, 1 million copies shipped. And
1 million copies what?
Sorry?
1 million copies what?
Shipped.
Shipped?
It didn't sound that like
that.
It
didn't sound like that.
Steady on, boys. Come on. And it was the top of the charts at the start of 1992. It was huge. It was written, it was claimed by the frontman Kurt Cobain. It is Nirvana and Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Again, another anthem like Kings of Leon, Sex on the Beach. Sex on the Beach.
Sorry? You all right? You're a bit kinky tonight.
Sex on Fire.
Hey?
He's got married now. You know what it's like, Damien.
I certainly do. I can't wait for it to be Christmas, I tell you. Flipping out Christmas and my birthday. Bargain.
Oh, dear.
So,
Yeah, great,
like that
great
one?
song. Great song.
Yeah,
Great song.
Good song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is where we go a little bit left field. It goes a little bit different now, and some of these might not be floating your boat as much, but they are my favourites. So this was actually written during the band's most kind of disruptive time. They didn't get on, but they still managed to put together this absolute cracker. And it was out in 1968. They were falling apart, the band. The lead singer found some comfort in a dream in which his late mother Mary gave him some words of advice, and this inspired the opening lines of Let It Be.
Wow. Wow.
There you go. Let It Be by the Beatles. And as we do
Arguably,
it together, let it be.
Possibly the biggest British band ever to come in our ears.
Yeah,
but can I be controversial?
Sorry.
Sorry.
I missed doing something in your ears there.
You can experiment with going deeper. But what we want to do is we want to sort of double the volume and size.
I didn't plan that. It just came out.
I'm certainly hoping it did. In your ears, by the sound of it, you perv.
Good choice at number 3. Number 2, Damien, please.
No worries. Number 2, just Phil for a minute because I've lost my script. Here we go. Right, number 2. Another one, which is a bit out there. So this was first released...
I'm sorry, those pregnant pauses, I have to edit them out because it's just like... It's like forever silence.
He's hesitating because he's frightened to say it.
This was first released in the USA in October 1971. It was released in the UK in October 1975, and it was this particular artist's best-selling solo hit. It's been covered by Madonna, Stevie Wonder, Lady Gaga, Elton John, and many others. And since 2005, has preceded the New Year's Times Square ball drop in New York, and it's ranked number 30 on the recording industry's list of the best songs ever. And shortly before his death, this particular artist said that much of the song's content and lyrics came from his wife.
Okay, I have no idea.
It's Imagine by John Lennon.
Ooh.
Another Beatles reference there.
Surprised you, haven't I? You thought it was all going to be like, a little bit of you to me, we're having a fantasy. Who sang that?
I haven't got a clue.
I love your smile, bit of Shanice.
Oh, yeah, some 90s pop.
Yeah.
I see. Imagine. I think Imagine is a really nice song, and some of the covers. And I think I've heard Lady Gaga's cover, and I think Lady Gaga, because she's got a stunning voice. If you listen when she does just plain singing on the piano.
Oh, and I think she's beautiful as well. Really do.
Yeah, I think she's not your genuinely what most people would class as stunningly beautiful. She's got a very unique look to her, but she is.
She has. If she was in Chicago rock, I'd probably say, "Hey, do you want a baby shower?"
Oh, do you know what? She'd be excellent in Chicago.
Wouldn't she just? Tell you. Can you imagine her? Bless her.
Yeah, on stage.
Now, my number one, I've lost my notes, so I can't give you a big spiel about it. But what I will tell you, it is something that at certain points during this song, you have chills. At certain points in this song, you want to get up and you just want to fist bump. It's something that makes you feel good. It's something that makes you think back. It's something that makes you reminisce. It's something that you could say goodbye to if you were dying. It could say something that was a celebration of you. It, for me, is my favourite song of all time, and this is probably what I want at my funeral. It's Frank Sinatra, and it's My Way.
Oh. Be back in a second.
What I like there is I built it, and it was all nice, all lovely, and you go and drop your flipping pen.
That's
what I mean?
That was a really good moment, and it's like, oh, sorry.
A really lovely. There's Ian saying, it makes me choke and my partner, and I'll have this on my deathbed. And here's you. Oh no, I've dropped my pen. I can't stand you. You potato head. I just want to ruin that now. You ruined it, man.
It's a beautiful, beautiful song for a beautiful, beautiful man. Yes.
Flip right off now.
Yes.
Tell you, shove it up your, you know what? This is even going to be one of his best top five, or possibly the worst. Darren Antrobus. Let's have your top five.
Okay, are you ready then?
I can't wait. That's why I joined.
Let's give you the picture of the whole top five first. All these songs are personal to me through different stages of my life. So here we go then. Top five. Number 5 is because
80.
I like... No. Actually, yeah, you're right for number 5, yeah.
Oh, no, not all 80s.
No, they're not, no. So it's not... It's because I like their commercial side of their music. It was on the Miracle album. It was recorded in 1989, just before the lead singer's health deteriorated that much. It was the video to it was brilliant because it was done on a locomotive train in Cambridgeshire. Any ideas of what it is so far, or who it is?
It's Queen.
It's Queen, yes.
And it is Under Pressure.
No, that's very early. Queen. This is 1989. This is.
Oh, what's the one on the train? Break Free.
Close. Breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah,
Breakthrough.
really good.
And
really
it kind of
good
gallops, and it's one that I like to listen to at the gym, anyway, because it gallops along and it's got some pace to it.
How long have you known him?
Who?
You said you listened to it.
Jim?
Jim.
Yeah. Do you listen to it with him often, or?
Do you gallop along with him?
Yeah.
And you want to pump it up and down quite hard. You can experiment with going deeper and faster. But what we want to do is we want to sort of double the volume in size.
Galloping.
It's definitely propping up.
Shake hard for 10 seconds. Sorry.
Okay.
For anyone that has just joined Facebook.
No, don't mention it. Don't mention it. They have to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that was number 5. Number 4 is a fairly modern one, which may make you fall off your chairs to anybody listening who knows what my top 5s are like. It was a hit in 2011, and in this kind of era, you had to have about 5 different people to make a chart record. It was produced by a DJ called Afrojack. Featured Neo, and it featured Pitbull as well. Now, before I tell you what it is, I don't think it was a number 1. I think it was like a top 5 hit anyway. The reason why I like this is personal to me, is because at this era, I was going through...
Did you listen to this with Jim, or...?
No, go through my divorce. So I'd lost a lot of weight because I wanted to get fitter and healthier.
I'm sorry, Darren. I'm not laughing at you, but you're just such an idiot sometimes.
I'm sorry.
I could read that Darren was going to go through this is quite an important bit in my life. It's all like this.
I'm just getting him back for Pengate. Do you know what I mean? I really sold that my favourite song, and there's him when he throws his pen.
Can I carry on or not?
No, carry on. Seriously, we're all listening.
It's the point where I had my first major weight loss. 5 or 6 stone in a short space of time. And it was in the kind of time where I was moving back to Stoke from that the land of nightmares known as Redditch.
All right. It's gonna be Redditchist.
Yes. It's called "Give Me Everything Tonight." Do you know it?
I've never heard that.
I've never heard of that one. No, I've got to be honest. Can you hum it? Can you?
Yeah. It's "Give Me Everything Tonight."
No, we can't. Right, bear with me. I'm just going to play that.
I mean, what I tried to do there was, can you hum it? Not just go, can you give me tonight? Can we have a bit more than that?
And I'm a big fan of Neo anyway, and Pitbull, obviously. Pitbull, who should really do Valentine's cards, back it up like a tug truck. So.
You went a bit Tony Blackburn again then?
No.
Have you got a cold?
No.
Back it up like a...
I don't know what's going on with you, because you've gone from like really down to earth when we first went, how's it going? I just had some sausage rolls and I had a cup of tea, to suddenly you've gone all like, okay, top pickers on number 10 this week, number 1. What's happened?
So, number 3, I like the song purely because of... the video. It was a turning point in the whole black music scene. I'm getting annoyed now.
Damien, stop it.
It was a turning point in the whole black music movement anyway. It was the first black music video ever to be shown on MTV, apparently, in 1983, from his biggest selling album of all time. It's obviously Michael Jackson. And the song is number 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's number 4 or 5 off the Thriller album. The iconic Billie Jean.
Oh, amazing. That video. And do you know what's a shame about that video?
Before you carry on, let me stop you. Sorry, let me stop you. I don't like the music video to it, right? The music video I like to Billie Jean is the one where he performed the moonwalk for the first time on stage, and it was called the Motown 25 Anniversary Concert. So the music video is just him dancing with light up slabs. It's okay. It's all right.
But don't you think, though, what's a shame about this? If you had Michael Jackson of that era, when he looked like Michael Jackson...
He looked cool. Yeah.
He looked amazing. You wouldn't even know it was him. The poor bloke, how he kind of just, changed and, know, I mean, that was... He was a good-looking bloke back then, weren't he?
He was, yeah.
But an amazing video, an amazing song. I commend you, sir. Good choice.
You need to do a bit of research, Damien, though. I want you to go onto YouTube when you get some spare time, and for Ian as well, and anybody else watching, and type in Motown 25.
I've seen that live performance.
And it's the bit where he just glides on fresh air backwards. And everyone's just like, whoa, what's that?
Again, he was just...
reaction to that is amazing.
Darren, great. What's the next one? Can't wait.
Right. Number two is by a... now, you'll be shocked to know that I do actually quite like some indie music and rock music. Now, some of the band's music is very screamy, shouty rock music. But the videos they do are absolutely hilarious. Proper belly laugh videos. One of their songs was taken up by I think it was a Jim Carrey film. I think it was Dumb and Dumber, maybe. I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that, though. The video, the song that I like of theirs, which has made my top 5, is called Learn to Fly. And it's by the Foo Fighters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I do like a lot of their commercial stuff. So times like these break out.
You've really... Do you know? I mean, you get a lot of stick on this show, Bessie. And I've got to say, mate, I'd be quite happily get a few bevies, pop round to Dazzlers, put the old vinyl on, maybe crack open, some Pringles.
Except not at the moment, though, because of COVID restrictions and the rule of 6.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Come on your own.
16 chins, but geez, all right, only me. You can come if you want. Hey, we can make a night of it.
I thought that was your wife laughing in the background. That you're 16 chins, because like, yeah, that's true.
So yeah, Foo Fighters. Yeah, Learn to Fly. And have you ever seen the video to this where they're on the aeroplane and they all play different?
It's not. I'll be honest. It's not one I can instantly think of what the actual track goes like. Learn to Fly.
So it's really catchy, but it's not
probably one. Is it one you would know straight away as soon as you hear it?
It's the,
Darren,
it's
listen,
the first.
We know our music. You know, we go back a while, Darren, when we used to, present back in the day on hospital radio. We played a lot of those tunes, and when Ian and myself presented Kingfisher,
it was never that. It was always Pulse when we were together.
It was, yeah, it was.
Number one is It's really personal again to me. Number one is. It's the first ever record that I ever played.
Oh, sorry about that. I just dropped a pen. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to ruin your moment there.
Ian, clean edit. Number one is my personal favourite by this artist. It's a collaboration with two different people. It's the first ever record I ever played on the radio. So, and it was the first ever song because it was I played on the radio. It's the first ever song I talked over the intro and hit the lyrics bang on, and I knew I could do this job.
That's right? So geeky. That is so geeky.
We've all done it though. Let's be honest.
Right.
We've all done it. Lighthouse family.
No,
we've all done it to that.
No, it's not that. And it's got.
We've all done it to the Lighthouse family, Ian.
It is an 80s song. It's from 1985. I think it was credited to the guest singer more than the singer that you think it belongs to, because the guest singer shares the same first name as the actual artist that I'm a fan of anyway. What else can I tell you about this?
I just wish you'd tell me, to be honest.
No,
I've got to go.
No, because I'm building up to it.
You certainly are. I tell you, we've lost about 10 viewers already on that link.
Also, it's one of the few songs that I like to do on a karaoke because I like to do the high bits and the low bits. It's by Phil Collins and Philip Bailey, and it's called Easy Lover.
Okay.
Do you know it?
Yeah, I do know it. I'm slightly disappointed that that's your top choice. It's very personal choice. So.
It is personal to me, and you know,
how long's the intro?
When me and my other half met via the internet, it was on my biog on Plenty of Fish. Anyway.
Great to see you this week on the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Thanks very much that was just a bit like, and I like that just underwhelmed me a little bit, Daz. I won't lie.
Why? Yeah, but it's our personal ones, though, isn't it? That's what it is. It's our
how long's the intro?
Oh God!
If I played you the intro now, I can't. But if I played you the intro, would you still be able to talk up to the vocals?
Yes, easily. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It is. And
well, bravo, sir. If it means something to you, then you know. I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's a good song. It's a good song. Is it a great song?
Yeah, because everyone knows the words to it. It's a catchy song. But again, it's not played very often, and I don't know why. But it's a brilliant, brilliant song. It's really,
average.
It's an earworm song.
She's
an easy lover.
It's an average song, though.
No, it's not an average song, is it?
It's an average song.
It is a very average song. Right, okay, that was our top five. Let's do a clean edit into Damien getting the envelope from Barbara. We are expecting a little bit of comedy in this port here, just to let you know, Damien, if you'd like to ad-lib and impromptu comedy your way through to opening of the envelope. And we'll have a clean cut. Action.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. There we go. So every week, this is where we get...
Is that it?
What's that?
Where's the little monologue that you have with Barbara when she hands you over the envelope?
Well, no, I'm leading into that. Don't ruin it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Steven Spielberg. I haven't even started yet.
Take two.
You're so moody tonight. I don't know what's the matter with you.
He's a bit like Quincy Tarantino.
Oh, he is, isn't he? I tell you. Will you have a shave as well? You look like a right hobo.
I like my beard. Leave me alone.
And don't even go there, Darren, because I know what you're thinking.
At least I can grow one.
At
least I can grow a beard.
Don't you make me get all camp on you, mister. I tell you. Right, do you have a clean edit?
Tickles people as well. Yes, please.
Right. Where you been? No, I understand what you're saying, but you've got one roll. One roll. All you need to do is bring me an envelope. Yeah, I know. Well, who's that you bought in here now? It's my house. What are you bringing that in there for? Spiky. Dirty. Moves as well. Oh, don't touch it. Oh, that dirty little... Get that out. Don't you bring... Oh, piss. I mean, oh, sorry.
Let's go. So
oh, dearie me.
Oh, dear, that was going so well, Damien.
Oh, dearie me. Anyway, good. Right, let me open the envelope for next week's top 5, which is normally great. To be fair, good old Barbara. So, what have we had, boys, over the last couple of weeks? What have some of our top 5s been?
Horror films. We've had 80s. We've had sitcoms. We've had just had songs.
We've had
bands last week. Yeah. So
good.
Yeah.
Some of the Facebook chat there. People saying oopsie. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for listening. Paul Burgess. Then he's cracking up. Bless him. He's gone. Won't be in the podcast. We won't put that in there. Probably not.
We will. Yeah, yes, we will.
Yeah, leave it in. Bleep it.
Okay, so next week's top 5 is a bit of a different one. So well done, but I don't think I wanted to see that. I didn't know you could get... You're flexible. Right, so basically next week's top 5 is your top 5 memories of the year 2000.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's...
And that is it for this week's episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. We've had a lot of fun. We've found a new favourite clip.
You can experiment with going deeper,
and all of that sort of stuff. That was very funny. We've had our top 5 where we had really interesting songs, actually. I was really impressed with our top 5 from all of us, apart from your last one, Darren. I will be perfectly honest.
Average.
I was slightly disappointed in that. But thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Damien.
Yeah, thank you. It's funny times out there at the moment, guys. We're all a little bit not knowing what we can, what we can't do. Rule of 6, stay safe, wear your masks. And you know what? Most of all, I know it's really cliche, but just be kind to each other, be nice, and yeah, just be nice. It's a hard time for everyone, so stay safe, everyone.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Darren.
Thank you very much, and I wouldn't blame you or anybody for sticking their Crimbo decorations up early, because you know what? We all need cheering up, so let's just do it.
No, don't ever.
Awful.
Christmas tree up.
Terrible.
At least.
Bad luck. Awful.
1st of December. Yes.
Terrible.
So thank you very much for listening. If you have enjoyed this and you've made it all the way through to the end, then why not subscribe? Click on that subscribe button on your podcast app and you will be able to get and listen to us every single week. If you want to join us live, we are on Facebook every Wednesday evening, 8 o'clock, with the live show, which is basically this show with all the bits that you didn't hear and the outtakes and stuff that went wrong. And you can follow us on Twitter at As Yet Unnamed Pod, or you can have a look at our website, www.theasyetUnnamedpodcast.uk. Subscribe on there, watch the videos and all of that sort of stuff. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back again next Monday morning from 6 a.m. on your podcast feed. Until then, look after yourself. Remember the rule of 6. We don't like it. We have to follow it. That's life. Wear a mask. And we will see you again and listen and hear us next week. That really didn't work. Bye then.
It works for Clarkson, May and Hammond. We're not quite sure it works for Antrobus, Lee and Barstow. But they're doing it anyway. You're listening to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Ian, can you wave again for me, Ian? You look like an uncomfortable children's presenter.
Guys, I'm out. See you soon.
3 3 men close to a midlife crisis. 3 microphones, 1 Zoom call, all lead to this. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.